First, I will show you an example of a retracted article, and then we will examine the real-world effects of scientific misinformation, the role of the media in spreading scientific misinformation, and the response of the UK regulator. My name is Irini Katsirea. I'm a reader in international media law at the University of Sheffield, and I will talk to you about unreliable science and media regulation. This is research that has been done in the framework of the European Media and Information Fund project on unreliable science. So we see here an example of a retracted article that made a claim that there is a link between 5G technology and the induction of coronavirus in skin cells. This article was retracted by the editor-in-chief after he found that there were substantial issues, flaws in the peer review process. The conspiracy theory that there is a link between 5G technology and the spread of coronavirus has led to very devastating real-world effects and acts of vandalism and arson that have taken place across Europe. And these acts of vandalism have continued even after the pandemic. So since 2023, 18 arson attacks on 5G masts have taken place across West Belfast alone, and such acts have also been committed in other parts of the United Kingdom. The police found that these acts cannot be attributed to a single individual. They have been carried out by a network of people who are possibly united by sharing conspiracy-driven beliefs online via social media chat rooms. We see here a program that was broadcast by the UK broadcaster ITV on 13 April 2020 at the peak of the pandemic and during the first UK lockdown. This was part of the ITV's flagship and very popular This Morning magazine broadcast program. In this broadcast, the presenters discussed the link between the 5G technology and coronavirus. The one presenter rejected this link and said that it is ridiculous and very stupid, while the other presenter, Eamon Holmes, said that he doesn't accept that mainstream media should immediately slap down what they do not know is not true, and that it is easy to say that something is not true simply because it fits the state narrative. However, he recommended that citizens should have an inquiring mind. The following day after this broadcast, Eamon Holmes corrected his statement. He said that he didn't mean to suggest that there is a link between the 5G technology and the virus, and that this would be very damaging indeed. However, the UK regulator Ofcom received 755 complaints by viewers who had seen the broadcast. And the relevant provision under the Ofcom code is Section 2 on harm and offence, which says that broadcasters need to protect members of the public from content that is harmful. And uniquely to the UK, this applies not only to minors, but also to the adult population. Now, Ofcom assesses the harm on a basis of a number of factors, such as the severity of the situation, whether the material was targeted at a particularly vulnerable audience, and whether the claims were made by a speaker who is portrayed as having authority. Ofcom reached its decision a week later after the broadcast on 20 April 2020. It considered that the comments by the presenter were ambiguous and that they had the potential to cause harm. It emphasized that there is no reputable scientific evidence to corroborate the claim made about a link between 5G and the coronavirus. However, in view of the fact that the one presenter rejected this link and the other corrected his comments the following day, Ofcom decided not to investigate under Rule 2.1 but to issue guidance. And this is what Ofcom said in its guidance. It said that unproven claims and theories can be included and discussed in programs. However, if these carry the risk of potential harm to the audience, they must ensure they provide adequate protection. And presenters need to take particular care not to undermine the trust the audience places in official public health information, especially during the time of a national health crisis. The presenter's role is especially important during a live program and at a time when there has been such damage to 5G masts because of this conspiracy theory. So the key takeaways from this presentation is that scientific misinformation can have real-world effects as demonstrated by the arson attacks on 5G masts. Consistent with the right to freedom of expression, broadcasters have the right, the editorial freedom to analyze and to challenge public health policies. However, when they do so, they need to provide adequate protection to the audience, and this can happen by way of providing context to what is being said and explaining what the weight of the scientific evidence is.